Hello, AC Universe, and welcome to Canada Crossing. Today, we are on the completed island of Fire Cove. Yes, we have completed it. Hooray! So now it's time to do the full island tour. If you followed along with our speed builds, some of these areas you've seen before, and some will be brand new because I have never shown them, so make sure you stick around. And just for a little bit of background to anyone tuning in to the series for the first time, this island of Fire Cove is divided into 4 sections. So every section is a different season. So in your bottom left, we have summer. The top left, we have fall. On the top right, we have winter. And the bottom right is spring. So the villagers we've chosen, all their houses kind of correspond with the area that I put them in, color schemes and whatnot. So that's how we chose the villagers for this island. So on the island we have myself, we have my second character, Inn, who runs the inn, go figure. We have Eric, who's in the winter section, Sherb, who is in the spring, Marshall, who's also in the winter, Molly, who's in the winter, Tasha, who's in the fall, Rosie is in the summer, Camel Frog is in the fall, Renee is in the summer, Judy is in the spring, and Dom is also in the spring. At the bottom of the map, you'll see my dream address. I'll also post it at the end of the video, so you guys can come along and dream of Fire Cove. Alright, so why don't we get started? Moving off the airport, we have the entrance area. So what I wanted to do here is kind of have a neutral entrance area. So meaning that of the 4 seasons, the entrance area didn't necessarily represent any specific season. So I wanted just kind of a basic brick plaza area where I could display the Lily of the Valleys, of course. And then up further, I wanted to have all the train sets representing all 4 seasons. So summer, fall, winter, and spring. And I just kind of thought that was a nice little nod to what is going to be happening in the whole island. Then just right up is the resident services building, KK. I managed to get KK to perform for this grand event of the island unveiling. Yeah. So up here is the museum. Nothing too extraordinary here. Just wanted to have a kind of simplistic museum build. Again, nothing earth-shattering here, placing some of the art around and making a nice little path of the floor lights and the bushes there. Then we're going to walk down from that area. Now here's our shops area. So I have just a simple little waterfall just to add some depth to this area. This is Able Sisters. And we have Nook's Cranny just below it. Just some boxes scattered around where they have some leftover items that they haven't been able to fit into the store yet. And then just below Nook's Cranny, a nice little boardwalk. So we have a little beach area where you could have a nice tan by the pool. And then we have more of a swimming area and surfboard shop, etc. So that's pretty much it for the generic kind of no-theme plaza area. Also, I want to mention I'll put all the design codes that I can in the description below. So anything you're looking for should be there. I've also had them on my other speed build videos as well, in case I miss one. So definitely check those other videos out. So we're about to get ready for our first section, and we're just going to switch this out. And we are moving into summer. Okay, so this is the summer section up here. So the summer section, I wanted to kind of go with the color palette of purple and pink. So right off the bat, we have a nice little picnic area. Hi, Eric. again, using the pinks, the whites, the purples, to me, screams summer. So that's the color palette we wanted to go there. I love this quilt pattern here for the quilts. And again, just throwing around some of the pink items on it. I thought it turned out really cool. And we're going to move along the path here. And moving to the front again. So just another little pond, little waterfall area. Love the way that turned out. Very simple, but, you know, very summery, especially with the white furniture. And again, more of the pink flowers. And then right here we have Renee's house. I love her house for this area. The pink and the purple and the white matched perfectly. And I thought her house would fit in wonderfully, and it really does. So I'm really happy that I ended up taking her. And she runs this little ice cream truck we got going on here. So we put this ice cream truck with made out of the stand cutout item, and then a simple panel at the back and a stall, and just putting some ice cream on that stall so you can kind of see it through the windows. And then again, the purple, or sorry, they're actually pink tables and stools around so people can eat their ice cream. So I thought that was really cool. We're going to go back down, even though we could go across, but I wanted to go. The campsite is at the front. So we'll just go along here. And if we went this way from the airport, then our campsite is right here. So again, the campsite, there's a complete speed build of the campsite. I did change a couple things after the speed build, so if you watch the speed build and now are watching this tour, you will notice that some things have changed, but most of it remained the same. So of course the campsite sign, I love floor lights. I'll put them anywhere, as you'll see. And then just kind of threw a bunch of camping stuff around. I really liked the idea of having it on the beach because it adds to the aesthetic of the campsite. I don't know why. I guess being right next to the water. And also, I find beaches sometimes can be hard to decorate. So having it on the beach is kind of nice because you're taking up some beach space, which otherwise it can be difficult to decorate. So that's kind of what I was going for. So again, placing some of the kids' tents around. I like this white board pathing around, and I mixed it with a couple other paths like the dirt path and the stone path, just to give it a lot of, a campsite wouldn't be all one thing unless you're at a super fancy campsite, but that's not what we were going for here. I used some of the festival lights, these balloon lights, just to add. I love lights. You'll notice everywhere there's lights, like things that light up, which is kind of I wanted to do this tour at night because just to see all the lighting everywhere. So as we move along up here, and again, just putting some more stuff on the rocks, a little laundry area and a sink, a couple more sleeping areas there so you can sleep under the stars. Really happy with that. And then another tent right at the end and a little seating area. And then it goes right off to my house, so it's all connected. So this is where we would have come down off the top there. Hi, Camo Frog. We're going to come down the summer section. On this side was Rosie's house. I forgot to go over there. So this is Rosie's house. So it's a nice, simple build, but I really like the way it turned out. She's got a nice little seating area. Again, me and my lights. Gotta have candles or lights everywhere. A nice little bath. And then she's even got a backyard. So again, just another little simple seating area. I love the nuptial bell, adding some character to her backyard and some height. I like to have height. So then we go down here, and this is my house. So I'm in the summer section as well. So I have a picnic blanket area. The gold roses I'm not a huge fan of, but I also didn't want to just throw them all out. So I kept 6, and I just threw them in front of my house. Doesn't really make any sense there, but, whatever. My house kind of has more blue tones, and you can see, the cliff next to my house above all the blue flowers. And I have the blue hyacinth lamps in front. And same with all the stuff on the picnic blanket is blue. And I have the goldfish. I love when you place the goldfish. They come in these beautiful blue bowls. I love those. And then the beach next to my house is, my private beach. What more can I say? Of course I have a private beach. It's my island. I did all the work. So just some simple, basic beach decorations. It's summer, so you gotta have a beach ball and a fishing area and the lamp there, the palm tree lamp. And the backyard, again, nothing too extravagant. Nice little sitting area. My dog and dog house, of course. Gotta have a dog. And that's it. I'm not going to do the house tour because for two reasons. One, when you come and visit my island using the Dream address, you can have a look at it. And two, my last island tour of Fire Cove, the last time we did an island tour video, my house has not really changed that much. I threw a couple new things around in there just to change it up a bit, but it is essentially the same house. So there's not really a huge need to tour it all again. So we're going to go along the path here. We're going to finish off the summer section. And we crossed the bridge. So that was, in case you were wondering, so that's resident service where we were. We're going to cross the bridge here. One little section over here I just recently did because I had this space and I didn't know what to do with it. And I thought, let's have a little band section. So I put all the white versions of all the instruments because I just thought that it looked kind of classy, and just threw up some simple panels behind it with some lattice patterns on it. So I think that looks really cool, and just some seating, who's ever watching the band. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. It's just something, again, just thrown together because I didn't know what to do, and I actually think it's really cool. But let me know what you think for a last minute area. Alright, so summer is over, I hate to say. And then you know what that means. Yeah, we're going into fall. So this is the fall section. So for this whole section, I covered the whole ground with dark dirt path. I wanted to cover the green grass because the grass is so green. It's July in my game in the northern hemisphere, so we are right in the middle of summer. And I wanted to hide summer as much as possible. So we covered all the grass with a dark dirt pattern and made it look like fall. So before we go on this side, we'll just cross the bridge over here. And this is Camofrog's farm. So he's got a nice little laundry area. And we're going to follow the path. And this is his house. And his farm. I really like the way this turned out. To me, it really looks like fall. You would never know it was July right now. I really love all the orange and the deep reds and the blacks and the browns. Really represent fall for me. So he's got a nice little sitting area, and his farm, his house is perfect for this area. It's kind of why I chose him. It was originally Fauna's. I don't know if you watched the speed build, it was actually Fauna's farm at one point. And when she asked to move out, I thought, okay, I've had her for a long time, and I have her amiibo, so I could always bring her back whenever I want. So I thought, let's try somebody else around. And it just so happened that when I saw Camofrog's house, I was like, yes, I need to have this house. And I'm a really big fan of Camofrog as well, so it worked out well. And I didn't have a cranky villager on my island, so I like having all the varieties as much as possible. So I think it's really cool. I'm really happy with that area. We're going to cross the bridge and go over here. So this is the apple orchard. So we have a cooking area where everyone can gather together and have something to eat. Really happy with that turned out. Again, I'm using patterns on the ground. So I have the dirt path and this maple leaf path, which I think is amazing. It's just kind of, they're technically paths, but instead of using them as the path, I'm using the dirt that is around as technically the actual path. But I'm using these, custom designs as more the accents of the path. So they're more the borders, I should say. That makes more sense. So we're going to move along here. And in the speed build, if you saw it too, I had a Bounty's Arch, which I ended up putting at the start of the area, which I think looks really good there. But I was struggling. I had it here where this fountain is, but then when I saw the brown customization of this fountain, I thought, okay, no, I'm going to put the fountain there instead. So I did. I'm really happy with how it turned out. So here's the apple stand where you get your apples weighed before you pay for them, and you can get an apple pie and some cheese to go with your apples, and then the actual apple orchard is just behind. So instead of doing all the fruits, I really wanted to just focus on apples because that's extremely autumn to me. You go apple picking in the autumn, late, autumn, and again, throw some leaf piles around to make it look a little bit more natural. Put some apples on the ground because, of course, apples are going to fall. And that is the apple orchard. Moving along down, we're still in fall. Now we're going to go more to the Halloween part of fall. So I have a cemetery. I didn't want it to be super spooky cemetery necessarily, but more realistic looking. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Again, trying to make it look fall. I have the orange flowers in the back and the black flowers in here. Well, okay, I guess the black flowers kind of make it a bit more spooky, but I like this fencing with the cemetery as well, and the two lampposts. I thought it turned out really nice. So we're going to move along. I do have a river, so this actual waterfall that's at the top does actually land into an actual river that goes all down through here, the Halloween area. This is Tasha's house. She lives in the Halloween section of Fire Cove. And this is her fortune-telling stand. So this is where you can come and get your fortunes read by Tasha. And, not too spooky. And this is her outdoor eating area. Thought this looked really cool. I love all the Halloween stuff, so I was very happy that I got to use it again, even though it is July. So this is her house. Thought it fit right in. Black and white, perfect. Gave her a spider web decor for the front door, and then another spooky carriage. I love the spooky carriage, especially in white. I think it looks awesome. So she's got that ready to go, and then along the beach, of course, she's got all her Halloween decorations out. Sitting area, and another picnic area, because you can never have too many picnic areas on an island, and this is more of the fall one. I love this fall quilt pattern as well. And then we're going to move right along, and then here's just a simple seating area. Like I said, beaches are not my forte. I'm not going to pretend that they are, but I do like this. Sometimes simple is nice, and I really like the way it turned out. So you notice down here, I didn't put the dirt all down. I thought it would just be too much, and I thought there was going to be enough going on here in this area that I didn't really need to have the dirt path down. Well, sorry, I have the path down, but I don't have the dirt ground covering the whole area. So I use the grass, but I covered enough of the grass to me that it doesn't really bother me as much. But the upper section, I definitely wanted to cover all of with the dark dirt path because I thought it would definitely help resonate the fallness of it. So we're going to go back up here and then back to the front. So moving along the fall section, so the front area. This is where the inn is. So this is my second character, and she runs the inn. Again, we're not going to go in the building today, but again, come to the dream address, and you can come stay at the inn. I'm really proud of how the inn looks on the inside as well. I think it's really cool. Each room kind of has a different kind of theme. So she's in the fall section. I did kind of give her the exterior of that house more fall colors. I really like the green and the kind of the stone way fits perfectly in there. And then we move along to, she's got a little stable back there with some horses, and then fire pit with some seating, and then we're moving along here. And then we have this land bridge that I made. Now this area So this area is separating the fall from the winter. And at first I was just going to have a river and a bridge, you know, whatever, simple. And I was like, I had this river going on the other side anyway, so I wanted to do another river. But I thought, why not make it a little bit more intriguing? So, yes, there is a river, but I also turned it more into a valley, and I even have a bridge down there because I wasn't going to use all my bridges anyway. So I thought that looked really cool. I'm really actually happy with how that turned out. And using the bamboo and kind of the more tropical stuff down there, so it's almost like, you know, we went from fall, we're moving into winter, but down there it's summer, it's straight on summer. I did leave a ladder by the resident service, so if you do visit this island with my dream address, you'll be able to climb down there. You can't access it any other way without a ladder. So you can discover the valley for yourself, and the valley leads right to the secret beach. So I'm going to save all that for you guys. There's no need for me to go through it here, but I think it looks really cool. I'm really happy with it. And the best way to get through there is to go through the apple orchard and climb down through back there. So we're going to move along, and we are moving into winter. I got the chills. It's cold. So we'll go up to the upper... Actually, let's go down here first. So I covered the whole area with stone path, and then over the stone path, I put a snow path. So all the snow is just a snow path that I basically inverted. So instead of a path, it's actually used as ground covering, and then just threw some random snowflake designs on here to help sell it a little bit more. And then I basically threw all the Christmas stuff up. I love the Christmas stuff so much, the Toy Day collection here on Animal Crossing. And I thought, okay, this is going to look great. And I really am happy with this area. I really feel like it's winter up here, even though it's July and the middle of summer on my island. So I love all the lights. It's kind of what I wanted to do the tour at night, so you can see just how great all the lights work. And moving along, all the lighted trees over here, the gifts. I think it looks so great. I did put one little river up here. I don't know why. I kind of wanted a river up on this level. I wanted some water, but I don't know. I don't know why. That's not a good answer, but that's the truth. So we're going to move up to... That was Marshall's house, by the way, in case I didn't say that. So Marshall lives down here. I picked his house because it's all white and the bluish greenish door. And then I really liked his roof because of the top of the roof, he's got that white part, so it almost looks like it's been snowed on. So he's got a snow-covered roof. So that was one of the reasons I wanted him in the winter side for sure. So we're going to go up the stairs and through this frozen arch. And then we have Molly's house. So of course I needed the log cabins up on this section. So we have Molly, and she's got a kind of a forest behind her with some reindeer hidden in there. I really am happy with how this turned out. I put a bunch of the frozen trees because you can't really plant trees through the snow pattern without having a green grass ring around them, and I really didn't want that. So I have real trees behind, and it's covered by the fence, so you can't really see it. And then right next to Molly, we have Eric's house. And Eric has a little ice cafe here. So yeah, I really love this. I just feel winter. I'm really happy with how the winter section turned out. And there's a seating area, so you can relax and keep warm by the fire. And then just a little elegant Christmas tree farm right here. And yeah, so that's the winter section. I really love it. I really think it's cool. I really am happy with how it really sells the Christmas illusion, or the winter illusion, I should say. So that's winter. And that means we only have one season left to go to. And it's springtime. The snow has melted. And the flowers have bloomed. And it's spring. So spring, to me, the color palettes were really the yellows and the whites. I really think it just signifies new growth and the melting of the snow. We have the spring. I love this stone path, this white stone path. I think it looks great in this area. I did throw some pinks in here, especially on this side, so this is Judy's house in her area. So I did throw some pinks in hers. A lot of the bunny day furniture because Easter is in the spring, so of course we had to utilize that. And she's got a nice little sitting area with a lot of pink stuff. And that's her area. And then moving right along on the other side, we have Dom. So Dom lives here. He's got a cotton candy stall. So this is where Dom works and lives. And love the cotton candy. It's very spring to me too, the spring colors. And his house is so great here. And I love it. So moving along from Dom's, then we cross this bridge. We're still in spring. We have a table where you can relax or write your novel, enjoy the beautiful scenery. And we move along and we have Sherb's area. So if you saw my last video, we did a speed build of this area, Sherb's Star Farm. I really like how it turned out. He has not, honestly, he's not left his area since I built it, so I really think he's impressed by it. So this is where he farms all the stars. I think it's really cute. I think it's, you know, it's definitely Sherb. It fits Sherb. What can I say? He loves it. He's really into it. So we move on from Sherb's house and we go along the beach. And this area, this whole last section here, I hate that I finished with it because it's kind of my least favorite section. But filling up the beaches is difficult for me. So I had kind of just extended the pier. So I just put all kind of white stuff on the pier. I don't know why, but I think it looks okay. I'll just say it looks okay. How about that? And then with these design patterns, it just kind of extended the pier, so more of a deck area, and then a place where you can sit and relax. Take a load off after, you know, taking your boat ride to Fire Cove. Then we're going to go through here. And I threw down a bunch of the Festival stuff, mostly because I really like this stuff. And, you know, it's colorful, it's bright, it's beautiful. So I just placed it all along here. Back here we have a cute little springtime camping area. Just put some tents there. Then there's a bonfire. Moving along the beach, and then we have a bee farm. So we got that going on. We can make some honey. And then lastly, along the beach, we have, I don't know if you'd call it a wedding area necessarily, but just, I guess it's kind of a wedding area. What else can I say about it? Again, something that was just kind of thrown together to cover space, but I actually think it looks okay. I'm not going to try to sell it as the best design ever, but I do think it turned out better than I expected. And that is definitely the springtime. So I love just running through these flowers. I think it looks so cool. And just picking that color combination. Even I threw a couple green mums in there as well, just to kind of signify, you know, before they haven't quite turned yellow yet. They're just like fresh, they're new. And that is the spring. So that is Fire Cove, at least this version of Fire Cove. What do you guys think? Do you think that I pulled off the season change successfully? Is there anything you would have changed? I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed all the videos leading up to the final tour of Fire Cove. And I hope that you liked the video. Think about subscribing to Canada Crossing. We've got a lot more to do. Now this island's done, we still have Snow Bay to finish, so that's our city core island, so make sure you follow along for the progress of that. And then we're going to need a new theme for this island as well. So thanks again for watching the video. Stick around for the next one, and we'll see you next time on Canada Crossing.